Like I started my company, the Artistry Collective, probably around 8-9 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's like finally starting to really stick.
Pick up,
You know what I'm saying? We've had our our accomplishments or whatever, but now it's starting to be a little more consistent.
With Nash. I'm here with my boy James Weldon.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, boss? What's up? What's going on? What's going on with your creativity?
A lot going on. I have a new project coming out, WELDON 2. It drops WELDON January of this year. It was a 4-song EP. So we got another like 4 or 5 songs coming out. That should be coming out Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, right?
Yeah, my birthday's Christmas. So,
oh wow, that's
yeah,
definitely cool. It's a nice little gift to you. So.
Yeah, it's a lot of things going on. I'm doing my first headliner show at World Cafe Live, which is it's like a pretty big deal, like especially for hip hop artists.
When's that?
That's January 16th.
Yeah, you got tickets on sale and everything like that?
Yeah, tickets just went on sale yesterday.
You're gonna have that in the
yeah, for sure. So yeah, it's gonna be a great night, especially for hip hop in the city, and just highlighting some of the other dope artists in the city as well.
Sure. What do you consider your style? Like your style of music?
I really like, I guess, kind of like mixing jazz and R&B into my hip hop. From not necessarily like the sampling, but I produce a lot of my songs myself. Yeah. So just trying to get that vibe in and bring that together and trying to like incorporate that with my storytelling.
Yeah. So what's like with this new project that's coming out? What's like your favorite song?
I have this song called "Sneakers on the Wire," which is it's near and dear to me because of like the situation with the violence in the city. So the song is pretty much it's a storytelling song, but the first verse of the song is like this perspective of someone being shot. Well, I'm sorry, the first verse is the perspective of the shooter, and then the second verse is the perspective of the victim. And just like seeing both sides of it and kind of like getting the perspective of how they both got to that same point.
Yeah, so that you think a lot of your music is based on like your life, or do you write from the heart, or do you just like write?
A lot of it is storytelling from like different things I've experienced or that I've been close to. Yeah. I think I try to get across a lot of different points, such as like Sneakers on the Wire. I have a song called "Still Here" on my last project where we talk about depression or dealing with stuff during the pandemic or just like money situations or different things like that. We dealt with so many different things in the last 2 years. I think a lot of, especially like creatives, came out of it a lot stronger. Because we learned to really take hold of our resources and try to really build something for ourselves. So
really showed you who you are.
Yeah, for sure.
Really get to focus on yourself during that pandemic time and hone on your skills and
exactly,
and see where you want to go in life. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. For
sure. So will we see yourself in the next like 5 years? Like,
hopefully headlining more shows. I also have a music festival, Smore Fest, which so we had like Masego and LA headline, and we had some really dope artists, and it's an independently thrown festival, and we put a lot of work into that. And this is only next year will be our 3rd one. So just building on that and then building on my music. I think it's a different path because there's not a lot of different examples of someone doing the business side of things musically and still being an artist on that level. So I don't have many people to look at and say, all right, I want to mold from there. So it's like you have to bump your head and learn. So who do you
like look up to in the industry?
Wow. Music wise, you got. Well, I mean, it's 2 sides because the business side as well. Business side, I would say like Kevin Lyles, Russell Simmons. I was a big like Def Jam fan as a child. LL Cool J fan and different things like that as a child. Common. So I would definitely say like those guys. I'm I'm looking at a lot of like new, you know, some of the newer cats too. That's like, you know, running their own labels and doing their festivals and stuff like that. You know, from the guys from Broccoli City, you know, the festival in DC. And,
it's good to be independent right now.
Yeah, it's just a, you know, it's a good vibe, and you know, it's a good time to really like get out there and push for yourself musically. You know,
make good connections and stuff.
Yeah, like for sure.
Speaking of connection, who would you like to like collab with one day? Like, what's your dream collab?
Wow, J. Cole or Boss, which is another Dreamville artist. Yeah, that's one of my favorite artists. Period. Let me see who else. It's a lot of dope people. Sir. Yeah, Sir, Ari Lennox. Like it's a, you know, it's a good group of people that I work with. Yeah,
that I like. That's
for sure, for sure.
That's dope. We got the same taste in music. Your music is dope. That's why, you know what I mean. I got you out here.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Somebody I really like. Yeah. I like listen to music all the time. It's like, man. So with your performance, you got a favorite song of yours that you like to perform?
Yeah, I have a single that came out on my last project called Coconut Oil, and Coconut Oil was really like, I think during the pandemic, especially, like, you know, I think a lot of creatives went through stages, but definitely that stage of like losing the confidence of like, I don't have what I love doing, and you know, kind of like having to build back on that. And Coconut Oil was kind of like, I got this. Like I know what I can do. Like I know who I am. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like so, in the song, I say it's that coconut oil, that boy natural. You know what I'm saying? It's like just that kind of like building that self-confidence and that, you know what I'm saying, you know, motivation for yourself.
What about your least favorite song?
Least favorite?
I know that's probably a hard question.
I have this song called, I have this song called Jungle, and it's probably just because I've been performing it for years, you know what I'm saying? I had to like retire it. Like I was like, I can't, I'm never
Do people like when you get booked for shows, do they ask you for like certain songs to perform? Or they just let you, you know, do your own set?
They just let me rock out. You know, like I also have, and this is what I'm saying, like when being, I guess, kind of part of different sections of the entertainment. Like I throw a juice jam, like it's called the Juice Jam. It's an open mic jam session with a live band that we've been doing. February will be 5 years. And
so you do it what, once a year?
Once a month. It's
once a month.
We used to do we used to do the last Friday of the month, and then we're doing the first Friday. But yeah, February will be 5 years. And, yeah, for sure.
And that's out here in Philly, right? That's out here in Philly.
Yeah, it's out in Philly. Yeah,
I gotta make it up.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
That's dope. So what else projects do you got? Like on the business side, do you help other people with their like getting out and stuff like that?
Yeah, you know, with me producing for other artists, you know, just kind of like ramping into that. I did a lot of production for, you know, myself. Yeah. Leading up, but like now I'm like starting to get placements with other people and working towards that, and also, you know, booking artists in the city. Yeah. You know, it's that's what I'm saying. This is a different dynamic. Being the talent and booking talent in your city.
So being so multifaceted like that, what advice would you give to somebody that's trying to get into the industry? Like somebody they feel like they're creative and they want to like make more music, or they want to help people make their music produce. But what advice would you give them from the inside looking out?
I think in the beginning you have to like trust yourself. I know a lot of I'm big on, you know, betting on yourself, and I'm also big on, you can't ask everybody for their opinion, or you'll lose yourself in the process.
Everybody got different reference points.
Yeah, you know.
That's been my motto. Reference point then.
Another big thing that I like to tell people when they start is, you know, sadly, because they come from a different generation, like when you ask like older generations different things, it comes off as negative, not necessarily because they are negative, but they haven't seen it. They don't have the proof of concept.
It was harder back then.
Yeah, it's harder back then. It's different back then. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think we take those opinions and take them the hardest. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first started things, my parents said, I was like, all right, I gotta like go back to the drawing board. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
that same way.
Years later, I ended up earning that respect, and now they was like, oh no, we see exactly what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Once you're consistent, there's nothing that can really stop you.
For sure.
That's dope. So that's both with the music and with the business side of it, just being consistent.
Yeah, I would definitely say definitely being consistent, trusting in what you believe in and staying on your values. There's a lot of people don't like to talk about it. It's a lot of quote unquote gatekeepers and different things like that, and politics of everything. And you just have to remain true to yourself, and your time is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing that I've done, nothing that I've done or been able to pull off has been a fast process. You know what I'm saying? Like I started my company, the Artistry Collective, probably around 8-9 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's like finally starting to really stick.
Pick up,
You know what I'm saying? We've had our our accomplishments or whatever, but now it's starting to be a little more consistent. And we've been able to help a lot of artists and help a lot of creatives.
So it's a question I wanted to ask you. I have a question. What It's a question. I'm just listening to what you were saying. So it's a question I wanted to ask. But what is like something that you wish you knew before you got into the business?
I think you come into it naive. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of things that you have your view of grandeur of how it's supposed to go, and I'm gonna drop a song and it's gonna go. It's gonna do this and do that, and it's just a different grind, especially like independently, and just like it's so much. You're gonna have a lot of long nights. People say that. People talk about. This is it's not cliche, but people talk about like putting your 10,000 hours in, and that's big.
It's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can't cut that short, and you have to put your hours in. You know what I'm saying? Like your repetition and everything. Like it's about being consistent and really staying true to what you you can do, and always being teachable. You know what I'm saying? I think that was something that you had to learn in the beginning, is be teachable. There's so many things to learn, and so many, you're going to get a lot of perspectives from people. And,
those connections, you got to get the right connections.
Yeah, for sure.
But seeing that you do so much, like you everywhere, you got a lot of projects, you got shows and everything. How do you unwind after a show? Do you just start getting prepared for the next show, or you like take some time to relax, get your mind right?
Honestly, after the festival, like after I did Smore Fest, that was just the end of August, so August 28th, I believe we had it. I took like a good month and a half to like get myself together, and you need to, you know what I'm saying? Like we're not robots. We have to worry about self-care, getting ourselves together, making sure we're our best versions of ourselves to be able to help others and help yourself. So I'm big on taking time now. It's been years I've burnt myself out. You know what I'm saying? And then you have to take time to yourself. You know what I'm saying? So
those times help with like writer's block. You ever get like writer's block?
From time to time. From time to time. Especially, with me drawing from, personal experiences. You know what I'm saying? So when you like put all these different experiences in one project, and then you gotta like kind of live through some more things to get your head. You know what I'm saying? Some things have to happen
That's a fact.
For you to get to your next point.
But you always talk about, it's the difference between talking about like the good and the bad.
Yeah, and the bad, for sure.
I mean, I feel like even with like journaling, if you like journal every day, that helps you out with your creative process.
I do encourage, even if you aren't a creative, like just writing things down and being able to sort through your thoughts and the things that just are going on in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not big on talking to somebody or going through therapy and all that, but you have to find what works for you.
Yeah, that's a fact. Definitely got to find what works for you, because
for sure,
when you try to model your life after whatever somebody else is doing, it just might not be.
It's just not it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so, like, how do you wind down?
For me, I try to. I mean, COVID has changed things, but you try to link with your friends and you try to. I play pickup basketball. I go play pool, or different things. Yeah, you find your own activities that that you into, and but for me, producing was really like a way for me to unwind. I didn't have to speak. I could just dive into the sounds and what I'm saying, really express myself.
Everything you could take a break from this and still be doing the next thing.
So I put a lot of time personally into like producing And like if I'm feeling a way, like I'll go and make beats. You know what I'm saying? And probably put that emotion through that. And
which do you favor though? Do you favor the business side or the performance side?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I think the business side came from dealing with the politics. Like I was like, I have to create my own opportunities.
Not let people take advantage of you. And
stuff like that. After a certain point, it was like, you know, I'm one of the people that you gotta kind of come through to do certain things in the city, like musically, like so, you know, for your shows or different things like that. And you know, so it's pros and cons to it, but it's a blessing to be able to like give people the opportunity to perform and open for bigger acts and do different things like that. Yeah, you know.
I think that could be more fulfilling. You know what I mean? Seeing somebody else that you facilitated make it. You know,
for sure.
More
for sure.
Fulfilling. I respect it. So what's one of the best things about performing?
I think you can see. I joke around about. It's called like the third verse phase. Like so, like when people, you know, when you go to like rap shows, artists will. All right, let me go back. So basically, what I will say is that artists you'll see the crowd just kind of stare at you.
Yeah.
And then when you get done, they will give you all these reactions. But when you're performing, they just looking at you with this blank face. There's no reaction. It's nothing. But I think, you know, also in the crowd, you'll see somebody that you are affecting. You know what I'm saying? You'll see somebody that like resonates with what you're doing.
So do you feed off the crowd's reaction?
So you have to like gauge. You gotta read the room. You know what I'm saying? That's another big part.
Sometimes it's dead. You still.
You just gotta bring your energy. You know what I'm saying? Like whether you perform for 10 or 100. You know what I'm saying? You have to bring the same energy. But yeah, it's I try to feed off the crowd. I try to feel the mood of the room and see like, all right, how do I want to approach certain songs? What, do I want to switch a song out for what I feel like it's for the room?
Can't be cookie cutter. You can't
you can't just.
You gotta switch your setup.
You have to be able to adapt. You have to be able
that
to.
crowd ain't it.
You have to be able to adapt.
So, what was one of your proudest moments so far in your career?
Pulling off that festival was big. You know, to be able, to be able to link a lot of local artists with like international artists and you know, mainstream acts and bring them to West Philly, like, you know what I'm saying, like that's where I grew up. You know what I'm saying, so to bring them to my basically my neighborhood, and you know, be able to pull that off, that was amazing. So that was my biggest accomplishment, I would say, of the year. Yeah, for sure, and definitely in my career as well. Like, you know what I'm saying.
That's only the beginning though. Like you got a lot more.
Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. A lot more to come, and just learning to speak things into fruition. Yeah, you know,
positivity is where it's at.
That whole process. You know, you're gonna deal with, and this was anything. You're gonna deal with self-doubt. You're gonna deal with, you know, just overthinking. I'm a Capricorn. I'm gonna overthink. I'm gonna be a little stubborn. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's also about, you know, sticking to your guns and being determined. Yeah. With accomplishing what you want.
That's a fact. Like that. So you got any like last words, advice for anybody that's like just anything you want to say?
Really just bet on yourself. You know, I really like to reiterate that is bet on yourself. There's gonna be people that's gonna doubt what you're doing. You don't know why they're doubting it. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be people that believe in you along the way, and it may not be the people you came up with. You know what I'm saying? It may be complete strangers. It may be.
That's a fact. I learned that, and like the people that you expect
it from. You know, you may not get it. You may not get it from. You gotta learn. You have to learn to adapt to that. And you know, but betting on yourself and just trusting your process and putting your hours in. You know what I'm saying? And it will work out. You know what I'm saying? One way or another, you may fall into something else that you didn't know you had a passion for. You know what I'm saying? That's how.
Once you're in the business and you start connecting with certain people, you
start,
you know,
for sure.
You know, in that, you know what I mean?
That's how I've, you know, personally ended up in a lot of different things that I didn't think I would be in. You know what I'm saying? But whatever your opportunity is, you have to be ready and be prepared.
That's a fact.
For sure. So
where can people find your music? Where can we
I'm on all streaming services. James Weldon. You will also probably find James Weldon Johnson, which is a prominent black figure. He actually made the Black National Anthem, and I believe that's who I'm named after. Actually, so yeah, you can find me on all streaming. It's just it's crazy that that's the path that I've taken.
Usually having names are powerful.
Yeah, for sure. They are. But yeah, you can find me on all streaming services. James Weldon. I have a new project, Weldon 2, coming out this year.
We got the tickets for that.
And then we have our show, which is at World Cafe Live on 30th and Walnut in Philadelphia. That's January 16th. Starts at 8 o'clock. We have two really dope artists as well, Bull Bay and Be Easy. So it's going to be a great night for hip hop and a great night for Philly music as a whole.
That's dope. Y'all heard it here first, man. Check my boy out. All the links going to be in the description. And I'm going to have you back after the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you back and see where you at in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.